Everybody to another edition on Friday night of the Triple B Experience. Hey, look, we're going Friday nights, getting back into the swing of things, and there's not much. There's not a format to this show tonight, but we're just going to shoot the shit. And before we get started doing a lot of talking, I'm going to bring in the host of West Virginia Mountaineer Mafia. All college. He talks all college. But he's also my co-host every Wednesday night and Tuesday night when we do the Hooly Dooly University Awards with Mark from Steelers Nation Australia. It's everybody's guy who's always got something on the stick. He's always doing something. Special field correspondent, Shane Stadtmiller. Shane, how you doing?
Hey, I'm fresh out of I feel fresh and clean after that Dodgers visit today, Bubba. I feel like I went to a P. Diddy party.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It went good. They asked me how many times I've had one, and I said there's been a few.
Uh-huh. Was you so hungry like afterwards?
Boy, I'm glitchy, aren't I? Let me see what my internet's doing.
That's okay. It might be raining.
After I get through about 24 hours, I can fast for 2 or 3 days.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do that.
Yeah, the first 24 hours is tough, but I think after that I made chicken breasts in deep fryer.
Uh-huh.
Like, I roll them in an egg wash and some almond breadcrumbs,
Okay.
And then I had, what did I have? Oh, half a sweet potato. That's all I ate.
That's all you ate after your little surgery of colonoscopy, love?
Since Wednesday, yeah.
Holy shit. I know when I got my colonoscopy, my mom took me to Perkins. I got pancakes. I got a breakfast sandwich.
Yesterday, I thought about pancakes. I
love pancakes.
Past the first, say, 48 hours, I'm good. I can stick to a diet.
Oh, okay. Well, I wish I could.
The wagon, it's hard for me to get back on it because I keep saying, I'll start tomorrow. That's the thing that happens with me.
Yeah, it's hard for me too because I know I've been fluctuating. I mean, I go to the gym and stuff, but if you're not, it's all diet. But I know, like when I got out of there, I mean, I had to get pancakes. So let me ask you what kind of pancakes, if you had to get, because he just disappeared. What kind of pancakes would you eat if you had pancakes you had to pay for or make?
I like the Kodiak. Hold on, I'm just opening the door, so I got a new router, and I don't know what.
Oh, you got Xfinity, right?
No, I have Armstrong.
Oh, that's probably why.
Well, what I would make if I had to make pancakes at home.
Okay.
I would take, and this is what I make them for the kids. I take pure pumpkin puree. Like it's organic. It's actually pumpkin.
Okay.
I take 2 eggs. I take whole milk. That Kodiak protein. Stuff. And then I use some of that old Aunt Jemima stuff to mix in there. It's pretty.
Old Aunt Jemima. No. Do you put butter and syrup, or you go to? Because I don't do butter on my pancakes. I just do syrup.
I only do real butter. Because I only do real butter. I don't do margarine.
Okay, I don't do any of that stuff. Like it's surprisingly, but yeah. But I do love. Now let me ask you on. Like what? Just regular pancake? Like this is a podcast. We're talking pancakes. Regular pancakes, or would you do like blueberries, or would you do chocolate chips?
I do a lot of blueberry pancakes. Kids don't like them.
Okay.
Pancakes. I also make applesauce pancakes.
How do you make that?
You put applesauce in it I actually made real applesauce 2 days ago with apples. You just take it, you put it in there, you mix the batter just like anything else, and it's delicious. And they have little apple chunks in them.
I've never heard of apple. I never heard of that one. I like chocolate chip.
Now you should try it with either the pumpkin or the applesauce.
I would do applesauce. It's like I like apple. I like apple pie.
Oh, I love apple pie. But yeah, I do a lot of cooking, so.
Well, yeah, you cook more than me. I don't. I just do a lot of eating. So, but we got some people into Facebook. Randy White, thanks for tuning in. And Ralph Williams of Sports Corner and Wrestle Talk, the host with the most. He's in the Facebook chat. So, guys, thanks for tuning in because I put it on Facebook because it's the experience. Now, when we do our Steelers Dynasty podcast, it's all on YouTube. We do not do Facebook. Sorry, guys. You got to subscribe. And right now, we are close to 250, but our next hat giveaway will be at 300. And I went to, and I think I texted you today, I went to SNS Screen Printing. Those are the hats, not these hats.
Yep.
They're 12 of the other hats that we've been giving away. So, and what I was thinking is 300 and 400, we'll do 2 hat giveaways. When we get to 400 and at 500, we might do something else, like something extravagant because it's 500. But we will be selling the Steeler Dynasty hats for $25 lovely dollars.
That's a deal. That's a deal, guys. You can't go to Lids and get that.
No, and it's all stitched. So Pat Usick does great work.
He does.
And then I told Pat about hoodies today, and then he had ideas, which was funny. He was like, "Hey, Bubba, why don't you run up at Altoona?" And I said, "Ha ha ha! No, that ain't gonna happen." He's like, "Somebody else runs?" I was like, "Yeah, somebody else runs." I said, "I'm just gonna stick with Indiana and Cambria County." So because I had the FOP contact me today, so we're gonna. Well, for a fundraiser, Louis Sacca, the old police chief of Homer, Louis contacted me, and we'll see what's going on. You know what I mean, in 2025. So I've been, I've been taking it a little bit easy since our last show, but I got to get back into it. But tonight we're just going to shoot the shit because we have a watch along party Sunday, 12:45, Steelers versus the Commanders. Yep. Oh, I like your background. How's your podcast coming?
I haven't been doing a lot of the Mountaineer Mafia. When I do it, I get maybe 8 or 10 people. The other one.
Yeah, but the one time you had like 1,000 viewers at one time.
Yeah, the other ones I get maybe 20 people in live.
Mm-hmm.
But Joey retired because he has Alzheimer's.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, I had him on last night.
Oh.
It's kind of rough doing it without, because he does all the
He does all the graphics. Stuff. Yeah.
Lines everybody up and and it's hard doing it by yourself. If you're
I know it. Believe me, I know. This is not an easy gig. And I took everything from upstairs down here when we we've been doing these Steeler live watch-alongs and doing a lot of stuff because me and you are doing 2 to 3 times. We're doing like almost 3 times a week. The Steelers stuff, and then I don't do a lot of this.
Yeah.
We got some people in the house. Justin says, "Hello, gentlemen." Justin, how's it going? And just Justin, keep doing what you're doing, brother. You've been getting some gigs, getting some bookings. Go and train wherever you can, brother. Nico, what's happening? T. Ranchula, what's up, brother? And Bill, hey, what's going on? Brock Singleton's in the house. He's a former military man.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Also retired professional wrestler.
No kidding.
Yeah. Oh, Brock and Zuboff were the APWF tag team champions at one time. Brock's a big Steeler fan. But, God bless anybody that served, man. And I want to hear your story the other day when we went offline. I do, because this is different. I want to hear your story that you were telling me offline when we got done with the Dynasty show. When we got yes.
Gabbard,
go ahead. That's what I want to hear. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you're deployed, usually it's a small community, and people that know people. So I'm just gonna put a basic background there. So
that's fine. Whatever you do, I'm okay with it.
There we go.
You're my guest. You're the guest.
I'm real glitchy today. I don't know. My internet's awesome. I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's okay.
So, Tulsi Gabbard, I think her name is. She was
You're absolutely right.
military police officer, and she was deployed to Iraq with the Hawaiian National Guard. And the stories I tell you about, stop at the checkpoint that the National Guard, the Hawaiian National Guard, would man.
Mm-hmm.
And that story goes that those guys are always great cooks and always have grilling or something, and always inviting you to go. And I stopped a couple times to say hi, and she was there. I think she was the platoon leader of that unit. That was one of her. That was some of her Joes that were manning those checkpoints. But then she, ran for Senate and as a Democrat, and then switched over to the Republican Party. Mm-hmm. And I think you're going to see her in the future.
I think she's going to be the first female president. Yeah, I know we don't talk politics, but I thought that was a cool story that you met her when you were enlisted, and I thought that was pretty cool. That's why I actually
when I worked at West Point, you have a lot of people go through there that are famous.
Right.
General Schwarzkopf called my office one time.
Nice.
He wanted to check on his burial plot.
Really?
Yeah.
He
called my ops sergeant and I said, "What the hell was that? Who called you?" Because he got real kind of squirrely. And he said, "That was General Schwarzkopf." I said, "Get the fuck out of here." He said, "Yeah, it was." Because
Norman.
At West Point, I was faculty and staff, but their honor guard platoon leader deployed, and then I filled in as the honor guard platoon leader, and I buried people for 14 months.
Holy shit.
And then I deployed from there.
So wait a minute. You were on that kind of detail. So how did you do that?
Well, you train with the old guard,
Okay.
They guard the tomb of the unknown soldier, right?
Yes, right.
And so they have caissons, which are like horse-drawn, carriages where the casket goes. We provided a firing party and an honor guard with a bugler, and that's how we would render honors to folks that passed away. So my guys buried the first West Point grad to die during the Iraq War.
Oh, wow.
We were in Time magazine for that. I've done.
Your stories are.
Yeah.
Dude. I know. Every time you tell me something,
we did. So when I was there, we would get a lot of NASCAR. Like, hey, we need honor guard to go do NASCAR game. So we do a couple NASCAR games a year. Go to Madison Square Garden, do Knicks and Liberty games, do Yankee games. So you're walking through where the dugout area is, and you get to meet these guys. You don't ever get autographs because that's not professional. You know what I mean?
Right. You can't be getting, hey, can you take a selfie with me?
Yeah, but I have a funny story. I'm going to air some dirty laundry. You want to hear a funny story?
Well, yeah, this is a potluck Friday night, so go ahead.
I had a friend who was like a 6'3" George Costanza.
Oh, God.
And I'm not going to name his name, but I'm going to tell you about him. So,
okay.
He spoke at my wedding, and he's a great guy, and I kind of lost touch with him, but he was a huge Duke fan. And Coach K, who used to coach for Duke, he just retired.
Yeah, right.
Well, Coach K every year would come up, and he was a West Point grad, and he would come up for an alumni event, usually a football game. And they would all meet and hang out. And Coach K, I handed him a football to autograph, and he was a basketball coach. So he's joking that I didn't get many of these to autograph. And I said, "Well, thanks, Coach. It's all I have here, and I'm a huge fan, and I just don't wear a hat or a T-shirt. I thought this would be great." So it was an Army football. So he autographed it, and I thought, I'm going to give it to my buddy Dave. Now, why I was going to give it to my buddy Dave is I had a picture of a possum And you know how
Okay.
you put those tabs that says lost cat and has someone's phone number on it?
Yeah.
So I put his phone number on it. I said, lost cat, picture of a possum, not housebroken, frowny face, him scared, think him sick, tail don't look good. If him's yours, call. And I put those like from Uniontown the whole way down to like Uniontown, PA, down to about Clarksburg, West Virginia, in about 5 spots.
Oh my.
And needless to say, he had to change his, and I didn't do it once. I did it like 2 times over a period of
Oh,
9
he,
months,
he had he had to change his phone number.
like 3 times.
Oh man, that's a
They
prickish
would
move
call him
there.
up
That's
and like,
funny.
"Hey man, I got your cat right here, meow meow," and he was just so frustrated, so pissed. And I'm like, "Man, why did you change your number?" He's like, "Yeah, man, people keep messing with me." I'm like, "What do you mean?" So I was gonna come clean and give him that football, okay?
Okay.
But I went to give him that football and he started crying.
Why? Because you gave him a football with the autograph on it.
Yeah, so I never did tell him.
So you never told him the whole
No,
time.
no,
Oh my God! So he never knew to this
no,
day.
no.
Oh, that's oh Shane. Well, you came clean on the show.
Well, yeah,
So
but he's not
yeah. So if he's listening, then he
gonna listen.
knows.
But
Well, yeah. You never know who listens to this. This is
no,
the
but hey,
potluck.
I thought that's an entertaining story that you
That
guys
was entertaining. Yeah. See, you
I
got
just
entertaining stories.
a little bit of Army stuff, but I got like one more story that I think is it's more of an
You're my special guest, Shane. You're not. We're not talking Steelers football tonight. Tonight's like a potluck potpourri.
so my first when you're a lieutenant, you get a platoon, right? Have you
Okay.
seen the movie Platoon?
Movie. Yes. Yes. When I was a kid, I went to
Well,
the movies to see
a
that. Yes.
platoon is about anywhere from 30 to 40 soldiers. Okay.
Okay.
So my first platoon was in Korea. I arrived in Korea, and my second day, I'm sitting in the office, and the office is in the middle of the barracks. So that the kids have it's like a dorm room. They have
Gotcha.
their little dorm room, and then my office is in the middle.
Okay.
And I have a driver, and my driver just got back from his mid-tour leave. So when you're in Korea for a year, you're allowed to go home around 6-month, 8-month mark for 30 days. Well, he went home. He went home and got back together with his ex-girlfriend.
Oh no.
Well, when he came back, he was all excited and he's like in good, good spirits. And I talked to him, and then he leaves. And then he comes back crying,
She left him.
just blabbering incoherently. And my platoon sergeant reaches down in the bottom drawer, grabs a bottle of scope, hands it to him. He just drinks it, and the platoon sergeant says, "I don't want that back." And he takes it and goes into the bathroom and proceeds to throw up. I'm like, What the hell happened? Well, he was dating this girl in the barracks. They called her the transit chick, and she worked for the transportation department.
Oh
And
God, I can only imagine.
he went to her and said, "Hey, listen, I got back together with my ex-girlfriend. I just want to let you know." She goes, "Well, can we still mess around?" He's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, I'll be down. I'll be down in like 15 minutes." So she's like, "Okay." So he's down there all ready to go. She comes down. She just blew his buddy. Came down and gave him a big old kiss. So that was my first day. So like,
that sucks. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. And he didn't know about it, or he found out about it. And that's why he got the scope. Oh,
yeah, the guy that his buddy, they called him Jackhammer, and he's a kid that we had to have him sign in to get showers because he wasn't showering on a regular basis. So we literally had to assign someone to watch him shower.
Holy shit!
Why
wouldn't he just take a shower?
It's a leadership challenge when you deal with people that I don't know, have different beliefs and grew up in different environments, and
okay,
is foreign to them. I don't know, but
yeah, I mean, damn.
So those are probably a couple of probably like 5,000 stories I have. But anyway,
hi Kelly. Yeah, we're on the Triple B Experience YouTube channel, not the Steelers Dynasty one, brother. But Kelly's in the house on Facebook. Thanks for tuning in. John Barr's in, And Nico said, "Go Steelers, Moonball Sunday, Pickens, Williams, Austin, let it fly." I'm looking forward to
that's gonna be a good one.
this game Sunday. I know I guess the Ravens and Cincinnati game was like high scoring. I guess
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was a
watch
big
any
deal.
football. I don't watch any football unless it's Steelers. You know what I mean? Hey, Hav, how you doing? Yeah, I don't watch. I just want to get a parlay. That's all I want. I just want to hit a parlay. Like I was 4 away from 73,000. I think the good Lord might give me something. I mean, I'm trying to do stuff for charity, so hopefully the good Lord will like, hey, we'll give Bubba a break and he can hit a nice little parlay to a little chunk of change here, so he can get a little nest egg. So
that would be great. I just transferred money from a retirement account and 20% tax on it.
Oh no. You should have just waited for a little bit. Could you wait a little bit?
Yeah, I could have, but I thought, we'll just I don't know. I thought, well, I'll get some plumbing work done and
are you getting some what else are you getting done?
That and I have my 4Runner has 130,000 miles. It's a TRD Pro, so it's a nice one. But I want to get the suspension fixed on it. I had a shock brake on it, and I replaced it with something that wasn't factory. So I'm gonna get it sorted out so the kids can drive it.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna check my internet right now and see why I'm so sketchy.
Well, maybe. I mean, I'm sure you paid it. I mean, I went to Xfinity today. I was looking to get Xfinity phones, but I didn't pull the cord yet. So I mean, I've been just whatever, and then I went grocery shopping. Yay! And then I hit the gym, and then I come home. So because I'm gonna work tomorrow, but I'm gonna try to watch. Did you watch the Penguin yet? Or are you behind?
I haven't watched the Penguin. I'm gonna get Max, and I'm gonna get.
Then I'll wait. Well, then I'll wait until you do, and then we'll talk
go ahead
about it.
Because I know.
No, I'm not going to go ahead because I'm not that kind of a guy.
It's like the.
It's good. I will say it's the most violent DC show I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and Colin Farrell plays. He should get a. They don't do Oscars for TV shows, but I mean he doesn't look any. They did the padding, the face, his mannerisms, the way he's walking. I mean he's just ruthless, like just fucking ruthless. So I think they got one more episode. I think it's episode 8. I think, and then I think it's 8, and then that's it. But you have to watch it because it's very, very good. I will. And I know we both love the Peacemaker. You know what I mean? But this is more violent than the Peacemaker because the Peacemaker was like over the top humor of violence. This is not over the top humor violence. It is just pure like not Pulp Fiction, but Soprano-ish, hardcore shit. So you look like a robot, Shane. That's what Kelly says.
So what it is, Kelly?
He's the Tin Man. He's the Tin Man.
My internet is like 199 megabytes per second, and I have like kids are playing video games and stuff, so it should be working. We'll just keep that.
Well, I got 12. I got the highest speed on it, Xfinity, because Jinxie Jinx does schooling and Tammy does work, and then downloaded podcasts real quick, and I'm downstairs, and then I have my TVs, streamed. Sometimes they spin.
What really gets them to come to the house quick, if you're calling the, say Armstrong or Xfinity, is you're really having problems downloading your porn.
And they'll come?
Yeah, they'll come.
Well, I guess they will come if you're downloading porn.
Say, hey, I
go on.
Done. I can't get anything done. I can't get this stuff to download.
I tell you, what really sucks is we've been doing these podcasting for what? Me and you have been together for over a year now. And I've been doing it a little longer than that. And like some girl could get on and do like one show some cleavage, little smiles, and she's making bank.
Yeah.
And they're not even entertaining. They're not even that entertaining. I know sex sells. I really know. I mean, I understand.
Yeah, like you could just show if a girl could show half an ass cheek for just sit there and not move for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
a live cam, and guys will be paying money.
I know $9. I mean, it's crazy how they make all that money, like $9.99 times say 250 people. That's a month. And then it's like tips, you know. Hi, my nephew Blake's watching. Now I got to. Hi, Blake. I got to clean it up.
We were not.
Thanks for watching, Blake. You need to watch my Steeler live. I know you're a big Steeler. He's not a big Steeler fan.
No.
He's a Kansas City fan. He was a Rams fan. He was a Cincinnati fan.
Doesn't sound like he knows what he is.
He's a hell of a baseball player. That's I don't know if you remember Nathan Gatsky. Remember Nathan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his son. Yeah, I'm his uncle. Can you imagine that?
Uncle Bubba.
Yeah, that's when I married into the Rao family and the Brewer. I was like, Tammy's like, it's so funny. But no, he's a good kid. He's a hell of a baseball player though. He was a hell of a football player at back in the midgets. I mean, that one year he scored like 14, 15 touchdowns.
Wow.
Yeah, and then that's when Jason Stewart was coaching. And they were like in the championships, like back to back, but they lost, it was a close one. They didn't capture the championship. They lost in the championship game. But that's a lot of hard work. I couldn't be a coach because then I can't deal with the parents and stuff. I can't do that stuff because then the parents would be yelling at me and I can't handle that. Because especially if their kids weren't that good, I'm not playing them. You know what I mean? And if they're good.
Basketball for 2 years. This doesn't sound real. I was 23-1.
Coaching.
Yeah. So the first year,
wow.
Mitch was I think in 4th grade that year, and it was 4th and 6th. They gave me Mitch as a 1st-round draft pick. So I had all these little kids, but they're all fast as shit. So what I did is, as soon as they got the ball, we didn't run plays. We played like a sagging defense, so the other teams couldn't run plays.
Okay.
And then everything was off a turnover. We were being 22 points, 23 points. Every kid played. Every kid scored. And
so when you did that, everybody, like the parents didn't give you any shit because you guys were good.
The parents loved me, and then the parents of other teams hated me because I was rolling up the other teams. Like I would just kept, there was one game we're up 30 points and it was a good team. They had like 2 kids that are now playing high school ball, but you're teaching the kids like one stupid play. And I'm teaching my kids how to play defense and, just transition, boom.
Now, did you ever have a parent come up to you, Shane, and it's like, hey, you need to play my kid a little bit more?
No, because every kid played about the same. I had I ran lines like hockey.
Like fucking what's his name? Bobby Knight. Was you like Bobby Knight throwing
chairs? I 3 kids in at a time. Boom, boom. And there was no positions. Whoever got the rebound was the point and was taking the ball down. We just did a lot of those 3-man weaves, and we did.
I couldn't be a coach because my sister had me doing the announcing at the Homer City midget game many years ago. Mm-hmm. And this fucking coach was being a smartass, and I'm sitting there, and he's saying about how the coaches go and laugh about how I was talking about stuff. I'm like, hey Kelly, I said, you're asking me to do this. You're not paying me. I'm doing it because you asked me to do it. But I'm gonna throw this fucking guy out of the press box. She's like, Jay, calm down. And I'm like, and then what happens was I didn't get some of the names right because they got like 17 vowels at the end of their name.
Yes, Homer.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And the guy goes, can you pronounce my son's name right? And I'm like, hey, buddy, I'm sorry. So what I did was, and the sack was made by the kid's name, and he was nowhere near him. I was like, I never did it again.
Yeah.
But hey, Mr. K's in the house. Mr. K.
The next year, my draft, I got 2 kids with diabetes. So they're like, they're going to keep me from running the ball in the next, running that same offense. Well, we won every game but one.
Okay.
So I just worked on these two big kids, their footwork, just pounding the ball to them, and these 2 big kids did all.
So did you get to the championship?
Oh, we won it, yeah.
Oh, okay. But then after that you retired.
Yeah, because they were just my kid was older, and it was. They were just
gotcha.
kind of we moved, and
Oh, okay. It wasn't in the area you
the
are now.
parents are such pains in the asses.
I know. I couldn't do it, man.
You
There's no
know,
way because you're like, oh, you're not playing my kid. Well, your kid sucks. That's why I'm
and it's
not playing
always
your kid.
kids. It's always the parents that never played ball that are the worst.
Yes, that think they're the shit, and they're like, oh my, and their kids are good, but they never fucking played it down. And then they're like, you need to play my kid because blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Look, man.
But after you're 18, what is there? They're gonna, the way I describe kids, I want them to have a love of the game so they can play
Sure.
pickup ball when they're older. They can play pickup ball. The same with soccer. Soccer is great because you can play pickup ball. I like
playing
sports
soccer
like that where kids can like just do it on like a afternoon or whatever.
Right. Well, you can still play pickup football, but nowadays nobody. I don't think kids play nowadays anyway.
Not pickup football. Now flag football's getting big, Bubba. They're starting a big push for flag football, but that's
Well, I mean, that's you have to be in shape and then cut and then. I mean, you don't want to take. I mean, you don't want to play like sandlot football because then it gets a little violent. And you could get concussed. You could get concussed because it's tackle. You can't be playing tackle football anymore
what about
because
Josh Allen? His head bounced a few times and he still came back in.
Well, it probably shouldn't have though. I mean,
that's right.
Because now they got to go under the tent.
Yeah.
But I was going to ask you because Mr. K is on the in the Facebook, and did you see that? You saw that one APWF thing. It looked like TNT on Nitro. It had APWF going through the city, and he did all that off on this app, man. It's cool as shit. I tried to do it the other day. I couldn't get it, but
I just got a monkey with it so he figured out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Larry's revamping the website, so like I said, I took some time off, but I think we're gonna have a watch along for the Rumble, so we'll have to watch. Yeah, I'll do a watch along, and we'll have like I think Chris and Larry, me, you, probably Kal-El, and it's on it'll be on Peacock, and we could just watch it, and then we can comment all together because as those watch-alongs could get, especially when we do Steelers stuff, they get the views because that one is still at 3,700 views. I think Mark's like, I don't know how you guys did that.
Well, I think it's legit because it was peaking, and I got a lot of comments like, Shane, your audio sucks. So I guess still got to get a damn.
Well, at least they're commenting. Well, yeah. I got this headphones set from GameStop. Yep. And this is still the old laptop that I'm doing. This ain't the new one yet. I have the new one, but I have not went and did it because this is still, I do it and still do the Canva and have all that stuff ready to rock and roll. So I don't know.
So my neighbor goes to me, Bob, and he goes, "You smell that?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, something's burning." Like,
is it weed? Smell like weed?
No, he says freedom. So I'm like,
oh.
I said, "Well, what's that?" I said, "Is that what that smell is?"
I was up. I
said, "What's freedom smell like to you?" He said, "Salty, liberal tears."
Yeah, you know what though? A lot of people just they don't like. Some people won't even talk to me now.
Who?
I can't say, but some people just like I can't believe it.
Hit me up in the private chat.
I will. I'll tell you off canter, but you know what I mean? Like not even like a hi or whatever. And I think some of the people on my Facebook, I think they quit following me or something because if you go into their stuff, it's stuff like 2021 and 2023, and it's now 2024. So
that doesn't hurt my feelings at all.
No, I mean it is what it is. Like my God.
But here's the thing with and I'm not going to get really into politics.
No,
the abortion thing really hasn't changed other than it's at the state level. Like you can still go get that if you need that.
Right.
The states are taking care of it.
I mean, people just
he's like he doesn't want to take your right.
They just hate a person so bad. Oh, hey, Jimmy Bradley's in the Facebook chat, and dude, he's kicking ass with his comedy tour.
Yeah, that was a funny bit he did about Viagra. I like.
Yeah, that was good. I don't think I could ever take that because I wouldn't know what to do with it. Because if you don't use it right there and then, what are you supposed to do? How do you walk? I don't know.
I would get it and be using it for bad things. I'll be slipping it into people that don't like at work. Like there's this one old guy I work with. He's kind of a pain in the ass. I'd be giving him like 3 of those rascals. He'd be walking around.
Yeah, but you could probably give him a heart attack though if you took 3. It'd be bad.
Wasn't me.
Well, you didn't slip into the thing. But I know we got to get Jimmy on the Steelers show to talk about some Steelers because he is a Steeler fan and he's also out west. So yeah, I told him we're going to get him on, and we're going to get you on, Jimmy. I swear to God, on a Wednesday night. But I figured all the time he's probably doing gigs. You know what I mean? Because he's being a stand-up is like that's hard.
Yeah, you gotta grind. I don't know if you know this, but I used to MC the comedy caravan at West Virginia University.
I did not know that till you just told me. So now you've done everything. You're a jack of all trades.
Master of none.
I think you're a master of a lot of stuff. I mean, Grace, you're doing like 4 podcasts. Pat Usick was talking. We were talking about you today when I went to SNS. Yeah. I was like, yeah, Shane does this. He does the show Mountaineer Mafia. He's a co-host of the Dynasty show. I go, he's got other podcasts. I go, he got us hooked up with Mucky Duck Mustard. And then I said, well, yeah, Shane just has his marketing skills all over the place. Yeah. I was looking for, and it's not in Walmart, is it?
No, it's not. You just got to go to Mucky Duck, morethanmustard.com or ketchupsucks.com.
Well, I am going to make us a commercial for Mucky Duck because Mucky Duck is the sponsor. Let me see if I have it in here. No, but you know what I'll do? I'll do this. I can go from Steelers Dynasty to the Experience. So that's, ladies and gentlemen, this is a proud sponsor. Mucky Duck Mustard out of Michigan is our sponsor for the Steelers Dynasty podcast. It's great mustard. Myself and Shane has tried it. It didn't last long at my house. It might have lasted a little longer at Shane's house.
Yeah, the kids still ate it all. They loved it.
Yeah, I loved it. I ate it with pretzels, but we are sponsored by them. They're going to be sending us another shipment. And we usually eat it. I usually eat it during the Steelers watch-along parties. So, but you guys can get it online, and I'm going to make a commercial for both shows. Because we appreciate people that support us. I mean, right. I mean, my God. I mean, I appreciate everybody, even the small businesses like Phil at Phil's PP&J's County Market. And, and
that's a good spot.
Yeah, you got to go out there.
That big hunk of a car in my garage,
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go out and get some. I got to go out and get some deli. That's where I get my deli, like turkey and ham and American cheese, and then I get a couple Buckeyes, and then I get some ice cream. But I'm trying to watch what I eat. But it's hard. It's Thanksgiving's coming too. You got big plans for Thanksgiving?
Well, we cook a turkey the day before or 2 days before. And then, because I like to have it at the house, and then my sister will do it.
So you go to your sister's house after you guys go eat at your house, or what?
Well, we do it like the day before, like Wednesday. We'll put a turkey in and cook it.
Okay.
So have it leftovers and shit. And then, we go to my sister's and have it, and then I might like buy another turkey and just make it between Christmas and Thanksgiving because I like turkey.
So you'll eat turkey during Christmas and not ham? Boy, this podcast is like a potpourri tonight.
I'll have ham and turkey. Yeah,
ham and turkey during Christmas.
Yeah.
See, I'd rather just have. I love turkey too, but I just would like to have turkey during Thanksgiving.
See, I'll have 3 turkeys over the holidays.
Holy shit!
Like because it's cheap. I mean, why not buy it? It's delicious.
Yeah, but I think the ham would be more appropriate or the more nostalgic.
I'll tell you what, I don't even want to know how much my wife spends at Christmas time.
On food.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's like when I retired from the Army, I retired as a field grade officer. I'm like, oh man, I'll be freaking rolling in it. And I'm like, I'm going to get a debit card. I'll have my own debit card.
So April just spends a ton of money for the mashed potatoes and the turkey.
She goes to the Goodwill and Cranberry where all the Penguins and Steelers players turn their shit in. You get good stuff like North Face and stuff. But you know, we like to go overboard on the holidays, but it's like, so I go to April and I'm like, give me my allowance. So she'll hand me $20 for gas. Okay? And I'm like, gas prices are going up.
Like for Thanksgiving, so you guys make a turkey Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So you have stuffing, and then you do the whole scapil,
No, just
and
the
then
turkey stuffing, maybe potatoes, maybe I can
okay.
eat
Do you
potatoes.
make the pies? Do you and April make pies, or April make pies, or you make pies?
Well, I make pies. You want to hear
Yeah, let me hear it,
a
because I don't
funny
make
pie
anything.
story?
I eat it. I am not a cook or a chef or a baker.
Okay. So I don't know. It bothers me. My video is so terrible.
It's okay. You're fine. I
So
mean, people.
check it out.
Hey, people are listening, and if they are, it's your voice that fucking brings people here, Shane.
All right, well,
Probably your smile too. I mean, we do have some people that. What was that? Spicy. What's her name? Spicy.
Nations.
Yeah, she's on the Steelers site. Yeah, maybe she'll come over here.
So
But anyway, go ahead.
I'm like, I'm gonna make this is like 5 years ago, right when Paula Deen was having her problems. Remember that?
Okay. Yes, I do remember that.
So I looked up a Paula Deen recipe and I made an apple pie. And it turned out really good. But I used some of Martha Stewart's recipe and some of Paula Deen's recipe. And my mom goes, and you know, my mom and dad are older. And my mom goes, what recipe did you use? And I told her.
Franny critique you.
Yeah, she's like, this is actually pretty good. Well, I said I used the glaze from Martha Stewart, but the racism is all Paula Deen. That's a secret recipe ingredient. I said you have to hate the.
I knew you were coming. I knew you were setting something up. I knew it. I just didn't know how you were going to present it.
So
that's funny. Oh my god!
That was my pie. I make pies.
Give me a hat, like. Hey Facebook user, this show doesn't have hats. That's the Steeler Dynasty podcast. This hat here, you gotta. I don't know who you are, but you gotta be the 300 subscriber, and Shane spins the wheel, and we mail them out. We had one of the hats in Iowa and West Virginia. Chloe Smith won one, and Kelly McCourt won the other. So
when we hit 300, we're gonna.
We hit 300. We're gonna give a hat away, and then 400 and 500. We'll think of something. Because once we hit 500 subscribers on the Steeler Dynasty podcast, then we get monetized. And then I don't know how it works.
We're gonna probably give away a sweatshirt or something.
Well, something. We'll do something. Because I just don't know how this monetization works. Like this show here, ladies and gentlemen, this show is the potpourri and potluck of all the other stuff besides the Steelers stuff. The interviews, which I'm going to get some more interviews, before the end of the year. Some people that want to come on, and we're going to do some watch-alongs, some pay-per-view picks, WWE, and usually we talk about pop culture and stuff like that. And I talk a little independent wrestling. But I don't know who the hell's wrestling this weekend. I have no idea. I think Rise Wrestling is. Rise Wrestling if you want to, go to a show. But since I'm not doing nothing, I haven't been really promoting like wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, take some time off.
Yeah, I know. It's just to get the energy, to get the batteries recharged. Because I mean, we did 3 shows. I mean, we did great. Jim LaMotta did that, cut that video commercial. I don't know if you've seen that one. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to add that, and I'm going to probably use it on here. You know what I mean? To start them up and do whatever on each show or something. Hi, Susan Yeomans is in the house. Aaron's in the house. I mean, we got some people from Facebook. This is the only show of my experience that we go to the Facebook site of my personal and the experience Facebook. And if people want to watch, because I mean, I have the subscribers on this channel. We just don't have the watch hours. So we'll just keep chipping away
and see if that fixes it.
Okay.
Right back.
That's okay. Well, I can talk because I'm used to talking by myself sometimes. But yeah, I mean, this show tonight, Shane come on, and we've just been shooting the shit. Sometimes it's good not to have an itinerary sometimes, because last week we had the world beater Chris Coleman come on, and we did the WWE pay-per-view picks, and that's one of the shows that we still do on this YouTube channel. like I said, and we do collaborate with a lot of other podcasters like Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk with Larry, JJ, and Jason on the Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk site. They those guys, Larry comes on, and so we just do what we can here. I mean, it's we just keep chipping away. I mean, it's almost Thanksgiving will be here before you know it. And then Christmas, and then we'll probably do a best of 2025, probably movies and pop culture events. The biggest event that we thought of or we had in 2025. I'll tell Shane here that's what we're probably going to do at the end of the year. How's that? You're back. Yeah, I was just telling everybody like at the end of the year doing a best of 2025. Picking our best movie, picking our best event, best sports moment, stuff like that, and what we wish. Oh, now you're dark. You there?
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, I see you. So yeah, we'll probably do something like that before Christmas. I'm sure you're game with that.
No, I'm down with that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get all of us on the thing. Maybe we'll get a few other people and make it a big. I remember one time we had Ben. Remember Ben and Emily come on.
Yeah, that was
good.
I
I haven't seen her in such a long time.
Couple of years.
Yeah, well, it's been a while. I don't know. I don't know. I posted something one time about the boxing, and I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, I watched that thing with about Tyson on Netflix.
Well, that's next Friday night.
Yeah, that's gonna be big time.
I think he's gonna knock him out. I don't know. I hope so. Hey Matt, what's up? Matt's on Facebook. Thanks for tuning in, Matt. I'm not paying for it because I get it on my cable system.
No, Netflix. So,
Well, I hopefully I get it. Oh, thanks, Matt. He said, "Here's to an awesome podcast." Thank you. This is the potpourri potluck one tonight. What are you sending me? Now where are you going? Now what are you doing?
I'm doing it from my phone. I can't deal with my freaking computer.
You can't. What do you think? What do you think happens? Hi, Dolores. How you doing?
That's better.
Yeah, and if all you guys that are tuning into the Facebook, this is where I try to. And if you're Steeler fans, you need to go to the Steelers Dynasty podcast YouTube channel and subscribe if you're Steeler fans, because it's very hard from Facebook to go to YouTube. Shane always tells me, "Bubba, knock it off. No one's coming," and I keep trying to get people to come.
Guys, come on, prove me wrong.
Yeah, prove them wrong.
Prove me wrong.
Prove them wrong. So, what you got? Big plans this weekend? You do anything this weekend?
No, that's just it. With no football going on, and Mitch isn't playing basketball this year. It's like
you got the whole. Then you got your whole weekend's free.
Well, I have a neighbor that literally, when a leaf falls, he's out there with a leaf blower. He's a madman.
Oh, so two leaves are too bad then.
Like he's out there at 7:30 in the morning blowing. And I'm like, you think that cat would just move to Arizona? Like, it's like a leaf,
Oh, my God. Well, I know I mulched all mine on my side, and then I still have a whole bunch because Mike Fabian comes by the house, and he's like, "Hey, prick, why don't you rake your yard?" And I'm like, "Dude, why don't you shut up, Dad?" You know what I mean? Because, he busts my chops at work. But I don't have to mow anymore or nothing.
No, I've been, I've killed 5 moles total this fall, and I'm very excited about that. I enjoy killing moles more than shooting deer.
That's so funny. I went to my parents' house the other day, and out on Skyline Drive, there's like 15 deer, 20 deer, just everywhere. Everywhere.
All over the place.
And I don't hunt anymore. I retired. But,
yeah.
I retired from a lot of stuff. I wish I could retire totally and then just do this for a living and do it every day. Like, I don't know. It'd be hard to do. I'm not Howard Stern.
No, but like gas prices are coming down. But like I said, I go to April. I say, April, I need gas money. My car gets shitty gas mileage. I need gas money. So she'll give me like $20. I'm like, that's not enough. Well, when gas prices start going up, I start doing the world's laziest stripper. Did you ever see me do that?
No, don't. You got shorts on, right?
No, I actually have long pants on today.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So
Okay.
I literally, I go, so you come here often? Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So are you here all weekend?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay. And I act like just like the laziest stripper in the world. And I start grinding a little bit, and then I'm like, pay me.
Yeah.
And
She just shakes her head.
Well, if gas prices go above $5, I'm gonna have to start taking a shot in the mouth.
Yeah, you might. Don't piss her off though. Oh,
No.
Matt says I will be heading to the Steelers and Eagles game, and I will be spreading Steelers Nation because Matt lives out east. Matt's originally
Matt.
Matt's originally from Blairsville. Sometimes he does come home.
Really?
Yeah. I seen him and his daughter at Walmart at Blairsville, and his daughter's in college for I think nursing, I believe. So
Yeah.
And then Carol, Miss Craig's in the house. I worked with Miss Craig at work. God bless you. She's retired and she's living a good life.
That's good.
I wish I could retire. Yes, she's a nurse. Yep, I thought she was. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good profession. I couldn't give anybody a shot. I'd pass out because I don't like needles. So I'd be like, I couldn't do it.
I got my IV today, and when we used to give each other, we had to know how to give an IV.
Sure.
That happened. It's called combat lifesaver training, and you practice on each other. And giving the IV is not bad. It's like
I'm not doing that.
It's not breaking the skin. It's getting it into that vein. It's
I'm
just
not
like
doing that. Harry, no, when I had my appendix out, or I almost died when I was in my 30s.
You had your appendix out.
Yeah, my appendix was leaking. I wrestled. Here's the story. I wrestled at the Latrobe Country Club Sunday. So I wrestled 2 matches and tearing down the ring and stuff. And then Monday I felt like I had the flu.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I didn't know, so I went into the pharmacy over in Clymer, and they gave me something, but it wasn't that. So my mom it felt like someone took a machete and sliced my gut. Like, I mean, I couldn't even move. So my mom drove me to Indiana Hospital, and they put me on a gurney, and they strapped me in because the girls knew I wrestled, and they didn't want me kicking up and smacking them, I guess, from medication. I don't know. And I was leaking. My appendix was leaking, and it was leaking in my bloodstream, and it was almost going to. Wow. So I was when my mom was worked at the hospital in housekeeping, she put me in the kids ward. I was in the kids ward up top, and I was there for like 6 days, 6 or 7 days. And and I kept walking around with my IVs around the top level so I could walk because I had to wrestle. I think this is in October. And I had to wrestle in December in a steel cage match. So in less than 2 months, I was fucking wrestling. Because
so everybody out there in the chat, can you imagine? Bubba's not a tiny guy.
No.
And you're a child, and you see this monstrosity with his ass hanging out.
Yeah, my ass is hanging out in the gown.
Yeah, bare ass. And it's October, so you're like, he has to be trick or treating.
I tell you what, that was the worst thing ever. I mean, that was terrible.
Yeah.
I don't like going. I mean, who likes going nobody likes going to the hospital. I mean, I remember when I got my colonoscopy done, I was talking a mile a minute. I didn't shut up. And I was like, yeah, I have a podcast. And all of a sudden, my mom took me to Eaton Park Perkins. I got the pancakes. I got the pancakes. Well, they're closing a lot of Denny's from what I read.
Yeah, they're downsizing. There's not very many Eaton Parks. And guess what? I didn't realize this. I don't know how many Ponderosas are left, but Butler has one of the last ones.
That's probably the last one around here because I don't think there's anything around.
People drive from Ohio to go to Ponderosa. Are they crazy?
Well, maybe because people used to like Ponderosa.
It's nostalgic, I guess.
Well, I know Indiana's got the Texas Roadhouse, but I thought it was supposedly open, and I drove by a couple hours ago, but I didn't see it opened up yet.
That place is overrated.
I don't like it. I mean, Tammy likes steak, and we're probably going to do it because my wife is gluten and she has allergic to eggs, so she has to
Yeah.
watch what she eats. So, and I know out there in Dayton, Jam and Jim opened back. What's it called? The Smugglers. Shit, it was the old Black Bull Saloon.
Yeah, Black
And
Bull I wasn't a big fan of.
he opened it up. I don't know what the hell the name of it is. So really, there's not a lot. No offense, there's not a lot of places
Yeah, nothing.
to eat around here. I mean, I'm not. Luigi's is whatever. I mean, but
I don't like pasta. I'm not a pasta guy.
I'll see. I like good lasagna, but it all depends. Like,
Me too.
there's just like for me, like pizza. I'll go to Bob's like I always do, because I love Teddy and Beck and them. But I, the other good pizza is Martin's Convenient Pizza.
Really?
Like, yeah, like, yeah, it's on the. I mean, you could buy on the weekends. You could buy one and get one free. But also, too, I can get a breakfast wrap at Martin's Convenience Store right before your mom and dad's house. And you get all the meat for less than $4, a breakfast wrap. And it's way better than any breakfast wrap I've ever eaten.
Yeah, but wouldn't it taste better if you just took a wrap and eggs and made it yourself?
Well, good point, Shane. But I'm not a cook. I don't cook.
It's not hard. Like,
I know it's not. I don't. I could be prepping food and doing stuff. Like Tam cooks, and if if Tammy was working late, and if I had to cook, I'll just go buy something to eat. That's terrible. I know.
Well,
I
that's
can
what I
make a
used
good.
to do when the kids were little, and we didn't have a pot to piss in. I would make stuff on like a Sunday, and then we'd have it through the week.
Yeah, but I just I know. I like Matt's. Well, Matt says Western Pennsylvania doesn't have a lot of options. Yeah. No. Yeah, and he would know because he's out east now, so east is more of a smorgasbord of good stuff.
Well, you start getting to the Greek diners. When you get towards New York, you have Greek diners, and they're like fantastic.
See, I've never ate Greek food.
Well, it's not Greek food. It's a Greek diner. Greek people run it, but you can get spaghetti and pork chops at 12 at night. You get pancakes. You can get baklava. You get calamari, whatever you want. It's a diner.
Well, those are good diners. Diners like that are good. There's nothing like, there's not. Well, around here, like right now, it's 10:30. There's nothing open in fucking Indiana.
No.
I mean, COVID fucking destroyed everything. Like,
well, you don't have the staff. There's no staff.
Nobody wants to work.
You know, the one thing, and this goes back. I haven't had one since like 1985. I mean, what is that? 40 years? Yeah.
I can only
My grandmother used to make at Woodlawn and Raindrop. It was an open-faced roast beef sandwich.
Yeah, you'd never find that now.
So I can still remember what it tastes like. It's crazy. Like, and then the hamburgers too.
Tam said she used to love going to Woodlawn to eat when she was a kid.
Yeah. The open-faced roast beef sandwich was. It was fresh cut fries. So the fries would sit in a cup of cold water in the walk-in, and then about every other day you'd rotate them out, and then you would throw those in the deep fryer, and then it was just basically, just roast beef on bread with gravy on the fries and everything.
Yeah, I don't think you get that anymore. Even these bars around here, it's not like it used to be. Like, I mean, I know Rose Inn, you got to go after. If you don't go after, if you go before 5, you're okay. But then you got to have a reservation.
Rose Inn's good now. It's supposed to be really, really good.
It's all food now. Like it's all
really
food.
Nice.
Yeah, I was out there when Robbie Mears was home, and we had pizza and stuff.
There's too much liability, too much regulation. You're not going to make any money with a liquor license anymore. You're better off to sell 6-packs.
And you don't want everybody hanging out, because then it's just, well, you know what it is now? It's because Fabe told me this. They have skill machines at Raindrop now. So they have tacos for like $1. So if you play those skill machines, I mean, you could win win some big money.
I won at the one at Giant Eagle and Slipper Rock last October. I won $275 or $280.
Somebody, he told me, I think he said his sister won like 800.
Yeah, it's amazing. And then
I can't win shit.
And then at the laundry, once every 3 months we go to the laundromat and watch big things.
Oh, okay. I was like, you just guys hang out,
like blankets and like
And laundromats for me, you know what I do with laundromats?
What's that?
I put up wrestling posters.
There you go. I mean, there's some nice ones. And
I always do, because that is one spot where I can put up stuff that people will actually come in and look at, because you can't put them on telephone poles anymore. And then I put them I put them in tri-county wide when I drive around. But sometimes that starts to be a habit, Hey, devil, what's up, brother?
Hey, Daredevil.
That just
what I want for the house that the laundromat has is one of those coin push machines, like quarter push.
Oh, okay.
You know what those are?
No.
You put a quarter in, and it has this ledge, and it pushes like maybe a dollar bill, and maybe there's like a gift card or.
Oh no! I think I've seen what you're talking about. That's a high. That's a high tech laundromat there.
That's. I'll tell you what. There was one on Facebook Marketplace. I wish I'd have bought that. I'd sit in my office and play that all day.
Oh,
winning my own money.
That's a high tech laundromat. I know when I was a kid, and I went to Maroney's here in Indiana, and I had my baseball cards. The guy from the Indiana Gazette stole my fucking Roberto Clemente card. Yep, because he wanted to buy it off me, and I didn't want to sell it to him. And I was a young kid. My mom took me and my sister in there, you know what I mean, to do, because I think the washer was messed up. And I had my cards, and I was a young kid. I was probably 11. I mean, when I was 12 years old, I was 6'2". I didn't get any taller.
Yeah.
So I wish I'd have got taller. I got wider. And then when I went home and looked for he took my Roberto Clemente card when I wasn't fucking, I don't know. He just must have reached in my thing and took it. Fucking prick. You know what I mean? It was his last card. It was like a 1971. I mean, it was like 15 or $20, but still stealing off a kid. Bastard.
No, yeah.
But Aaron says after shows, Sheets is the only place open to eat, and when we run into other wrestlers there, that's the only place nowadays. It's I don't know. I used to like Get Go when Get Go was open, And then Matt says have to try Shady Maples. That's the biggest buffet in the U.S. in Lancaster County. You ever been there, Shane?
Shady Maples? No.
Shady Maples. I thought when you just said that,
sounds like a stripper that Trump had relations with.
Sounds like a. Hey, man, he's back. What can I say?
I love it.
I don't know. I do too. And you know what it is though. And I know we're not getting political and we just throw some stuff here and there. It's the whole team. You can't do nothing without a team. He has a good team around him.
But you got to listen to who he has. Robert Kennedy, Democrat.
Yes.
Tulsi Gabbard, Democrat. Now she's a Republican, but she's still a Democrat.
Right.
I mean, Trump himself, up until 92, was a Democrat.
Yes, he was.
You have, all these Democrats that are, I guess, closet conservatives. I don't know, what do you call them? I mean, they would have been Democrats in the 80s for sure.
Well, before he ran when he was Oprah, and Oprah loved him there in that one segment. And then he was on The View, and then they loved him. And then he said,
Did you see what, who's the one guy from Lord of the Rings, Elijah Woods?
Oh, yeah, the Frodo.
Yeah, Elijah Woods and Corey Feldman both are saying that Oprah is one of those, Epstein type people that,
wow,
does bad things.
There's gonna be an awakening, or not an awakening, a reckoning, because you can't do that stuff.
Cat Williams called it. Did you ever see Cat Williams, the comedian?
Yes. Yep. I watched his when he. Yep.
Club Shay Shay.
Yep.
Man, he's like, man, I'm not playing games.
I'm telling you, if we did a political podcast, we'd have 1 million subscribers.
Why not?
I can't. And when I was watching the election. And I told you when I was watching that guy had over 400,000 subs. Just amazing. And all he was doing was doing states. And I don't know what he's doing now after the election, because he was doing that, up to the election. Like every night he would be going through every state,
Well, the old Trumpster knows, he's like, okay, this is what I'm going to have in place. So when I hit the ground January 20th, things are happening.
Okay, let me ask you a
Last
question.
time,
Let me ask you a question. Do you think he's going to go in without no issues? I mean, you think that they're not going to try to? I mean,
what can you do? He's Teflon Don. I mean, they had those misdemeanors that became felonies. No one's ever been charged on that type of
right.
indictment before. So, you have those. They tried getting them on everything under the sun, and God forbid that district attorney from New York. I mean, what's going to happen
Well,
there?
they're going to investigate him, but also too, like even like Al Capone got caught. Like they got Al Capone on tax evasion. They got him, and he spent time in prison, and he died. Like Trump, they fucking did all this. They tried to kill him twice, and like he's a worker. Like he outworked that campaign. He had what do you have? 900 rallies or how many rallies?
Well, the rally I went to, and if people don't know this on the show, I live 3 miles from where he was shot.
That's right.
We were at the rally. Right after the rally, I went live. Like
I know you did. You called me after that.
And one thing I will say, I called it pretty spot on to what was going on. When he was shot, I pulled my son off of the chair that he was standing on. And so when he was videotaping it, you can see him go down on the ground. And you could hear me yelling, water tower, rooftop, round building. And then I could see a guy's head slump down. So I thought maybe it was a QRF guy. But then I thought, no, the way the guy slumped looked like he just got waxed. Okay. And because I looked up at the tower, or I looked up at the top of the barn, I saw the sniper over to the left, like look up and then shoot.
Right.
Well, my son said before all this happened, I know I'm all over the place.
That's okay.
He said, Dad, where are the sniper teams? And I said, they're probably on the water tower and probably over on the grandstand, have an overwatch, and they probably have one on the barn. No, they put both of these guys on the barn and had them looking out, which was odd. Okay. So that was strange. The sniper teams didn't go up until 15 minutes before Trump was supposed to come up. So they were really late. Usually,
no doubt.
When I was at West Point, this night when you had Hillary Clinton come and her husband Bill,
you're up there an hour before.
2 hours.
2 hours. Okay.
You had the Michigan State Police, and then the Army would supplement them as marching observers, and they'd sit up there in Overwatch, and you have 360-degree security, and your Overwatch is the highest position. Okay, and I'm not a sniper. It's just common knowledge. If you work in that field, that's what happens. Okay,
right.
So that was odd, but they were kept looking over there. And so I pull my son down after that shot, and I'm like, that sounded like a 22. It sounded like a small caliber. And an M16 or an M4 or AR-15, that's all 223, 5.56. That's basically a little bigger 22.
Right.
But so that all happened. And the strange thing is, and this out of all this, the one thing I want to tell you, Trump did not say fight, fight, fight.
You told me what he said.
He said, "Fuck you, fuck you." He was looking to the press. Now I told my mom that on that Saturday night. I went out there Sunday, and my mom was like, "Yeah, I think that's what he said." Well, by Sunday night, they changed the way his mouth looked in the video. I swear. And other people that were there. Like, yeah, I heard him say, fuck you. And then Hayden says, I think he said, you missed me. So it was just really strange things came out of his mouth. He said, he said, you missed me. And then he said, where's my shoe? And he was mumbling about a shoe. And then he goes, fuck you. Like to the looking right where the press had like an elevated platform. It was only elevated like 3 feet. That was, right probably 30 meters in front of the grandstand where he was standing. But anyways, with that, we had everybody at that rally. There was a gay couple behind us when the shooting happened. They disappeared.
there was an old woman beside us, and on the video you can hear my son saying, "Are you okay?" And he was like laying on this old woman.
Uh-huh.
And then my wife and Mitchell were like catty corner to me. But it's so all that happened, I got to see firsthand. They changed the narrative no matter what team you play for.
Right,
fuck
right.
you does not sound as good as fight, fight, fight.
No. I mean, to me, fuck you would be good. I'd like, fuck you. I
thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
And that's why
that
it
was
stuck
great.
in my head.
Well, I mean,
and I was probably, I don't know,
you were close.
45 feet from him.
Yeah, you were close when you called me.
So I could hear him.
Because you called me, I was on my way to Uniontown, me and Tammy, to watch Rise Wrestling. And you called me, you're like, Bubba, they just tried to shoot Trump. And he goes, you go, I'm like right there. Bubba, I'm at the rally and I'm on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we walked back. It was surreal. There was a guy in a wheelchair. And I'm like, buddy, and on the video, like, there's a couple of videos. And I'm like, hey, you need help? People are trying to help each other.
Right.
And you have a group of folks that are just good folks. I mean, I have friends that are liberal and they're good folks too.
Right.
But the dynamic there, you had a gay couple behind us, African Americans. I saw Amish there.
Yeah.
I saw, Jewish folks, hillbillies.
It's a melting pot of it's got to be there can't be this much hate in the world.
No, there's not this much hate.
Like, I mean, I hate the Ravens, the teams, and you know what I mean? But I don't, what I mean? I try to help people out and out in the community or do whatever. It's not like I'm like, hey, F you. I mean, that's not the case. Like, people should actually do stuff. But I mean, I don't know.
But that's just it. When I vote for someone, it's not based off of anything other than sincerity. If I feel that person's sincere.
Right.
Because even Trump said before he got shot, like 5 minutes before he got shot, he was joking saying, I don't know why I'm doing this. And I have friends ask me, why am I doing this? He's like,
he didn't have to do it. He didn't have to.
Because I want to help people out. Because 4 years ago, I was able to, help people. And I see America's in trouble and I need to help you guys. And that's a good answer. It's not.
There's nothing wrong with that. I know Whoopi Goldberg wouldn't like it, but it's still like, I don't understand the hatred that they fucking have for him. Like, nobody would know.
Turn on someone. How can you turn on someone you like?
They turned on him. They turned on him because Barbara Walters was there, and when she did the View, and I mean, they were all lovey-dovey, and they were like, "Oh, hey, Donald," Joyce Baylor, where she's terrible. I mean, they turned on him like no other. Like, nobody that you ever seen in your entire life in American history did they turn on. I mean,
that was the worst thing about the colonoscopy today is they had the View playing before I had to go in.
Oh, and you probably fucking. That was
like, please shove something up my ass. I just want out of here.
Yeah, and Aaron said that he cleared the boards. They got nothing now. And Matt said you should watch The View. They all hate him. Yeah, I can't.
No, I watched it for a little bit. I watched it more this week than I have ever. I watched 5 minutes the day after the election on a Wednesday. And then today I probably had to sit there. I'm watching Price is Right on my phone, trying to ignore The View. But they just so much hatred.
Well, I think also, too, I think his son Barron had a lot to do with his media, with his social media appearances and know what to do and how to do it because that kid is very, very smart. So, and it's all about, and him going to Joe Rogan did good.
That was money. That was money.
But I also watched an interview today from this other guy that went to Joe Rogan's thing, and him and Joe Rogan got into it, and he left Rogan's studio. He was like,
who was it?
I don't know his name. He's somebody on TikTok, and he was like, fuck Rogan. He goes, I spent 2 days. He wasn't going to let me say what I wanted to say. He's like, fuck him. He goes, my guys and his guys were getting into it, and they had security usher us out. He goes, I wasted two of my days that I spent my own money to come down there. And he goes, when I go to a podcast, this is what I'm saying, and I don't know who he was. I watch a lot of TikTok when I'm in the gym doing cardio. And then lately I've been watching a lot of stuff, but I mean, I'm not whatever. Okay, Devil said he got this one. You guys see how? Well, I mean, California's a crazy place.
Well, because here's the thing: there's 14% sales tax, and if you live in LA, it's another percent.
Jesus Christ, 15%. Holy Christ!
So you buy a candy bar that's $1, you're paying 15 cents on top of that. So that's ridiculous, guys.
Well, what kind of candy bar is $1 now? Because
I go to Sheetz.
I mean, candy bars at Sheetz are like a Kit Kat's like $3.50. It's ridiculous. Sometimes you get a craving for like sweets. Sometimes
I know that. I know what that's like. Yeah.
Well, Tammy said there's a candy store in Indiana. It's like these cool candies, like the old cigarette candy.
Yeah.
And then I go, do they have any root beer barrels? And she's like, yeah, they have a whole big container.
Yeah.
I love root beer barrels.
Me too.
It's right on Main Street. It's right on Main Street, but right across from the fire station. Because I think we're gonna see if Jinxie Jinx can maybe go up there get some work or something.
Get some smokes, some candy smokes.
Well, talk about smokes. Weed tax is real high.
Well, okay, let's talk about some pop culture. Tulsa
Sure.
King. What do you think? Is it as good as last year?
I got 2 episodes in.
Oh, it's getting spicy, buddy. You gotta catch up.
Well, I'm 2 behind. I got 2 in, and then I was watching last night. I still got 1 more episode of the McMahon thing on Netflix because he was crazy. He
looks like
he looks bad.
He looks like a 1950s
Dudley Do Right
porn producer.
Well, that, and he looks like Oil Can Harry with the eyebrows. But also too, I didn't know he got molested by his. Well, can I say it on? Yeah, I can. As a YouTube
his mom.
His mom. I didn't know that. And his mom lived in Evansburg, and he bought her a tennis court. There's a tennis court in her honor up there, like $2 million. Yeah, I mean, and she was the video. She was in a wheelchair, and he went up and gave her a hug. I mean, and then I think Linda knew the whole time that he was cheating on her the whole time.
Yeah.
So, because she's going into Trump's cabinet.
Yeah.
It ain't Vince. Yeah. It ain't Vince. It's her. I think they just.
Well, you got Elon Musk is going to be in there too. I'm thinking.
Yeah. We're going for pop culture. We're going back because it seems like the politics is pop culture. That's what it seems like.
Well, the thing of it is, I think network news.
It's terrible.
People have. I haven't watched it since 2005.
Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah. What happened is we took a Fox News crew outside the wire.
Uh-huh.
They did their thing, came back, and this is Fox. I watch it. I'm like, that's not what happened.
Right.
It's like they changed the order of what happened. And when you change the order of a story, it changes the story, right?
Yes, it does. Yep, you're absolutely right.
So you can take 5 things that are facts, and if you shuffle it up, it just makes it different. Okay.
Right.
So that turned me, and it just got me so upset. I stopped watching news. So even now, I haven't watched.
So you don't watch news at all, or do you watch stuff on
the election night of the election? I watched something with what's the name of the older news guy that's on, like, not Newsmax, but it's on. It was on Morgan. Like Hulu or something. He was on before David Muir. It was he had that anchor seat.
Oh,
you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. It wasn't Britt Hume.
He has to be 75 now.
Britt Hume. No, I don't.
No. But anyways, I watched him because remember his last day, he gave a speech where he said things aren't always what they appear, and I don't like the way things are headed. His final address.
Okay.
So I watched him just to kind of see what was happening with the election.
Uh-huh.
But I won't watch like you remember our grandparents or your mom and dad or my
Oh
mom and
yeah,
dad.
they watched
turn the news on every night.
Tom Brokaw. Tom Brokaw
Tom
was
Brokaw.
on like I mean Tom Brokaw.
Yeah.
I mean even before that, like it was Walter Cronkite, in the '60s
But after
and
Tom
'70s.
Brokaw, it was this guy that he retired like 8 years ago.
I know
He was on
it.
it. He was just doing a broadcast as like, hey, I'm going to do this for the Hulu or whatever for the election. But no, like I just don't watch it. But I watch a lot of pop culture. But
I watch Sky News from Australia. Yeah, I watch a lot of pop culture too, but I watch a lot of YouTube stuff. With tonight I watched the Marion Center 1988 purchase line game.
Yeah.
Goddamn, I was so skinny. But then I watch if I watch a show, like if it's a Marvel show, like did you finish watching Agatha?
I got halfway through the last episode, and I don't think
No. You have to watch it all. You have to watch it all.
Okay.
I'm telling you, because it's
dragging on. It's dragging on.
I know it's a little slow. I mean, the first episode reminded me of like a True Detective kind of thing.
I like the first 3 episodes. Then it's just like episode 3, 4, 5 has been all the same shit.
Well, 8 and 9, 7, 8, 9 is pretty good. And then let me know after that. Yes, finish watching it because
I'm more up to the part where she's with Death. Like she hooked up with Death, but I'm like that doesn't. Well,
Death is a major character. See, Death is a major character in Marvel comic books because Thanos always had the infatuation with Lady Death. So Deadpool also wanted Lady Death in the comic books. So that the Infinity Gauntlet in the comic books
was to make her happy.
And Lady Death and Thanos. Lady Death was beside Thanos in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. And that's when all the superheroes
I need a little bit of education to make it make sense to me because
Lady Death. Well, Audrey Plaza is fucking pretty good as Lady Death. I thought she's funny, so she's going to be more because the character Death is like an elder of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's one of those.
Yeah, and it'll be more mystical because a lot of the stuff is going to be with mystical stuff with Doc Strange and Scarlet Witch, stuff like that, So yeah, you got to finish watching all that and then let me know because it is.
What about Venom?
It is pretty good.
Did you watch Venom?
I did not watch Venom yet.
I have not.
You?
No.
This is the last one, but I guess there's a couple extra scenes. Now I think I'm gonna try to watch it on my TV, my cable, see if it comes in if it's not in Spanish. But I haven't watched it yet because Kraven the Hunter comes out. I think the end of this month or the middle of this month.
You're not a big fan, but I think I'm going to like it.
Kraven the Rhino is comic book accurate, so that to me is good. But Sony keeps pooching the punt with just not doing it right, and Marvel is cutting back on their movies because they don't want to put so much out there because it all waters it down. So.
True.
Like right now, like the Thunderbolts, like the Captain America movie had to get fucking reshot. Some footage had to get reshot again.
Did you see that? It's getting shit on. People are saying it's terrible.
I know, but I don't think it would be because it's got Harrison Ford as the Red Hulk. Yeah. But also, too, it's hard to have Sam Wilson as Captain America because in the comic book, he was Captain America, but also Bucky Barnes was also Captain America for a little bit too. So I don't know if they'll ever let him do that in the MCU. I'm not sure. Yeah. But also too, this Blade movie has been going on for 5 years and it's in delay. Oh, yeah. It's just ridiculous. So I mean,
he's going to be in a walker by the time they finish it.
But the guy who got cast for the new Blade said he's okay with how things are going, which I can't believe it is. Because if they hook up the Midnight Suns, they'll have the Midnight Suns with Blade, Ghost Rider. If they got to bring in Johnny Blaze. If they do that, Doc Strange, the Punisher. What
about Booker Carroll? Have you been watching that?
Who?
Daryl Dixon's Book of Carol.
Oh yeah. Well, I got one more. And I'm done. Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Where are you at on that?
Where they just got on the plane, going back to the U.S.
No, I didn't see that yet.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it tonight.
Yeah. Well, they get shot down by Nazis.
They get shot down by Nazis. Okay.
Yep.
Because I loved it when they went over to the Netherlands and those two ladies trying to hook up for the dude for his seed.
Seed. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, Mr. Martello, how you doing? But yeah, I gotta watch. I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to get another. I have to finish watching The Boys yet. I haven't finished watching that. I know. I'm behind.
That's so good. That's
I know.
so good. The Silo comes out next week. That's something you haven't watched, but I dig it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some stuff because wintertime's coming and there's not gonna be. Well, I've been just watching Steeler football and really that's about. Well, besides the book of Carol and I've been watching.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bubba. I know time is short with you and you don't have as much time as you'd like to, but the Silo is so good.
Where's that? What is that on?
It's on Apple TV.
Okay. I'll have to look at that on my my cable.
You will. What'll happen is you'll watch 2 episodes and you'll be like, your head will just explode.
But what's it about?
So there's some sort of nuclear holocaust or whatever, and these people go down in the silo.
Oh,
and the
gotcha.
whole premise is: are they lying to the people? Is it really bad outside, or are they just lying to the people to keep them in the tunnel?
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's, you don't know, like, the whole time. Some people are becoming like aware that maybe there's something outside of the tunnel.
Is there big stars in it? Any big star?
Really good acting. I don't know the name of the stars,
Oh, okay.
but the acting is really, really good. And it's
Now,
just
that reminds me of Fallout Shelter, but they go on top of
the. It's more of a psychological, like.
Okay.
Like
Fallout more science fiction.
Well, yeah, it's I don't know.
Okay.
How crazy it is.
I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check it out on my cable system. So, okay. Well, I mean, hey. Wow, 1 hour and 27 minutes, Shane, and we didn't even talk about
Steelers.
No, well, I mean, it was a show about potpourri and a potluck, and look, we could talk. I know we could probably go 24 hours about. It's easy. Just
this is probably what we're going to talk about during our 24-hour marathon, right?
Yeah, I know. And then waiting for the Steeler draft because I'm going to have to take off that day. I'm going to do something. I'm going to figure something out. But, everybody, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Me and Shane will be at 12:45 Sunday on our other brother channel, the Steelers Dynasty Podcast. This is the original channel. So, the OG. So, Shane, thanks for coming on tonight, as always, man. Shooting the shit.
Thanks, brother.
And me and Shane will be back at Steeler Dynasty Podcast on Sunday at 12:45. Well, we have our live watch along party. What are you going to have to eat Sunday?
I don't know.
I was thinking hot dogs.
Yeah, that'd be hot dogs. Do you like hot dogs with sauerkraut?
No, I don't like sauerkraut. I like coleslaw, but no sauerkraut.
Oh, coleslaw. There we go.
I love coleslaw. But I haven't one of them hot dog rotisserie things.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, my God, you got me hungry. I had tacos tonight, so it was good. Tam made some tacos. So, okay, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Hit like and subscribe on the Triple B Experience. Also, Steelers Dynasty Podcast. Just follow me on all social media. Follow Shane on West Virginia Mountaineer Mafia.
Yeah.
Because you're the only host for that now, right? That and your other show,
well,
you're the only host for that.
The Voice of College Football is the one with Mark Rogers that I do that, has pretty good following.
They're going to have to get you you're going to have to get another host, or you're going to be the host of the run?
I'm it, man. I'm just going to, I'm not really growing the channel at all. I'm just kind of like doing it because I have 15, 20 people that are regulars that I just shoot the shit with.
Yeah, well, that's what we do anyway on our Dynasty show, and we got a good community, and that's what we did tonight on this show. I mean, that's what we do.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We both like doing it, so it gets us.
Yep.
It gets us. We're in the house, but it gets us out of the house.
You know what this is, Bubba? This is the new, like, let's go to the bar and shoot the shit. Because back in the day,
Oh,
you'd
yeah,
go sit
yeah.
on a bar stool and you would have this kind of conversation.
Uh-huh. Yep. And you could still get beer and you could get pretzels and we get, you get some mustard from Mucky Duck Mustard.
Yeah, we just don't have that musky beer pretzel smell.
Well, I'm good because I don't like the smoky kind of atmosphere.
Yeah, you'd smell like it on your clothes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Good night, Bubba.
Good night, Shane. Yeah, everybody, thank you. Good night, and we will see you on the flip side. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you. Please subscribe to the Triple B Experience and Steelers Dynasty Podcast. Good night, everybody.